Students in Benghazi, Libya, and a family here at home are in grief after the murder of an American teacher. 33-year-old Ronald Smith was shot and killed Thursday near the site of last year's deadly terror assault at the U.S. consulate. Now we're getting a look at a video in which Smith explains why he made the fateful move to Benghazi. Bob Orr is in Washington. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Well, U.S. officials do not know yet who killed Ronnie Smith or why. It's not yet clear if the young American teacher was deliberately targeted by Islamic militants, or perhaps was simply the random victim of another crime. Ronnie Smith and his wife Anita went to North Africa motivated by faith.
I want to go where no one could find a church if they wanted to, where no one has access to this gospel.
They made this video for the church they left behind in Austin, Texas.
It's intimidating to think that one day you could be spending your life here, and that is not easy for me to consider. Just as I was driving around yesterday, I'm thinking to myself, how in the world can I live in a place like this with a culture so different from my own?
But he adapted and even learned Arabic. In Libya, Smith took a job teaching chemistry at the international school in Benghazi. One of his students was Malik Yamin.
He came to Libya not expecting to get anything in return from Libya. He just came to Libya just to help the students.
On Thursday, as he was jogging along this Benghazi street, Smith was shot and killed by gunmen riding in a black Jeep. No one has claimed responsibility, but suspicions are focused on Islamic militants. Since the attacks on the U.S. diplomatic outposts in Benghazi that killed U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 others, Westerners have been targeted. In June, the U.S. State Department warned Americans against traveling to Benghazi.
We are working with those authorities to ascertain the facts related to the case, which again, there are a lot of unknowns right now.
Smith was certainly aware of potential dangers, but in the message to his church, he said religious convictions gave him strength.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, God brought me here and Anita here for a purpose. And my weakness, my fatigue, my impatience, those things can't get in the way of what God wants to do in my life.
Now, Smith's wife and young son were not in Benghazi when that shooting happened on Thursday. They'd already returned to the U.S. for the holidays. Ronnie Smith, we're told, was planning to join them in Texas after his Libyan students finished their midterm exams.
Terrible story, Bob Orr. Thank you.